We welcome you to Eberly Field here in beautiful Clarinda, Iowa for a sunny day for baseball. It's the opening day for the Clarinda A's. They are taking on the Kansas City Knights this evening as we get ready for some collegiate summer league baseball. My name is Seth Morey. I am the new voice of the A's for this summer at the very least. Glad to join all of you watching wherever you may be, off in the distance, nearby. It's a great day for baseball. On the mound today for the A's starting is Amari Bailey. Amari, the starting pitcher from Allen Community College out in Kansas. Behind him defensively, batting first, he will have his center fielder Andrew Young. Second behind Young is Cooper Knight. Batting third is the designated hitter Sean Bazemore. Behind Bazemore is the shortstop, Clarinda's own Cole Baumgart. Batting fifth, Parker McNeil at first base. Batting sixth, the catcher, Braden Olson. Batting seventh, Grant Locken out in right field. And batting eighth, Evan Bradshaw at second base. And then batting ninth, the third baseman, Andy Gill. So since the A's are the home team, it will be the visiting Knights to bat first. Batting first for the Knights will be the center fielder number 14. He's playing center field, Jack Richards. So Richards will stand in to face Amari Berry for the first pitch of the 71st season in Clarinda A's history. Pitch from Berry, that one's high and outside for ball one. Behind Richards in the order is Michael Schabelsky. He'll bat second and play second base. Then the catcher will bat third, Joshua Hudson. There's strike one, 1-1 now our count. Still no scoreboard on the stream. We plan to have that soon, though. See what I can do. So Barry will ready in a 1-1 count against Jack Richards. His pitch just low. First base umpire says Richards did not go. 2-1 now our count. Just starting this one. Top of the first inning. 0-0 our score. Wind blowing in from right field, out towards third base. Pitch from Berry is just outside. 3-1 now. Jack Richards ahead. Richards in center field today. Berry trying to collect his first out of the evening. That one is in there for strike two. There on the bottom outside corner of the zone against Jack Richards. And we'll see if Berry can start this one out with a K. 3-2 count full. Nobody down here in the top of the first. Pitch from Berry. That one's going to be high. And it's a leadoff walk for Jack Richards. So now enter Michael Schabelsky. He's the second baseman. He'll bat from the right-hand side of the batter's box. And he'll be ready to face Berry with a runner on first. That pitch is in there, strike one. Nice paint there on the inside part of the plate. Top inside corner against Schabelsky. Schabelsky has Jack Richards at first base runner of the evening. As that one's low and outside, now 1-1. Berry, the righty, a freshman out of Allen Community College. Making the start here today. He's got a runner on first. That pitch high and inside for ball two. Now 2-1. Third baseman, Andy Gill, playing in near the grass there on the left side. As the pitch from Berry's foul off, straight backwards, and we will even up the count at 2-2. Beautiful night for baseball, 78 outside, a little bit of a breeze. Lucky to get to play this game with all the rain that was out here in Clarinda. Field was able to dry up nicely and get ready for some baseball. 2-2 the count. Pitch from Barry. That one swung on and tapped towards first base. It'll be the first baseman, Parker McNeil. He'll take it the short way to the bag for the first out of the top of the first inning. So Richards will move up towards second, and now the three-hole hitter will stand in. That's Joshua Hudson. He's behind the dish tonight defensively for the Kansas City Knights. A's trying to start off their season on the right foot. Had an excellent year last year. Of course, losing in the championship series against the Mustangs. As that pitch is swung on, it'll be flied towards left field. Under it is Cooper Knight. He makes the grab for the second out of the inning. So a couple of lengthy at-bats to start the game for Amari Berry, but he's able to get a one-pitch, one-out there. And the three-hole hitter, Joshua Hudson. So now it'll be Austin Green. He's playing first base today. He has Jack Richards in scoring position at second. 0-0 our score. Top of one, 2 down. Barry comes set and fires. That one swung on and tapped foul towards the right side. It's hard to find scouting reports on guys in this sort of a league. I'll tell you what, though, the scouting report on how big the kid is, I would say that Austin Green could put one up over the wall if I were a betting man. So he'll stand back in, 0-1 the count against Barry. Amari kicks and deals. That one's inside, swung on and missed. Nice high heat in on his hands. Looked like Green kind of swung whenever he didn't mean to and just kind of had to ride that one out. Not a lot you could do with that one, even if you did hit it. So now quickly 0-2. Green in danger of stranding the runner at second in Richards. Pitch from Barry. That one's just inside for ball one. It's a good take there by Green. He's standing pretty close to the plate, though. So Bailey trying to get out of this one with a runner on second. 1-2 pitch. That one swung on. It's lined towards center field. It's going to drop in front of the center fielder, Andrew Young. He'll fire to the plate. It's in time. There's the third out of the inning. A bullet from Andrew Young in center. Guns down. Jack Richards at home for the final out of the first inning. We'll go to the bottom of one. 1-2-3 due up for the A's. Back here in just a moment. Back in Clarinda as we ready for the bottom of the first inning. 0-0 our score thus far. Just starting this one out. An exciting play in the top of the first inning. As now Andrew Young will go right on ahead and stand in after throwing out Jack Richards at the plate to save a run there in the top of the first inning. He'll bunt. That one foul, 0-1 now our count. On the mound is Jaden Kell for the Knights. Kell is also batting 8th in Kansas City's order, as they've got all 9 defensively batting today for the Knights. Is nice take there from Young, low and outside, 1-1, count even. Pitch from Kell, that one swung on and smacked towards left field, going back, and he lost track of it, and left was Horseman, rounding first, going towards second, and he's going to stop there. It's a leadoff double for Andrew Young. An excellent piece of hitting there, and it looked like Will Horseman there in left kind of lost it up in the sun or in the sky, and it went right behind him. So it'll end up being a double for Andrew Young. So instantly the A's have nobody out here in the bottom of the first and a man on second. That pitch is high to Cooper Knight. Knight out in left field today. As he readies from the left side of the plate. A couple lefties to start off the batting order for the A's. That pitch in there, strike one. 1-1 now the count. So big opportunity here for the Athletics. Andrew Young leads off of second. That one swung on and fouled straight back. Cooper Knight, one of the returning players to Clarinda, playing in Angelo State out in Texas. He's a sophomore. Typically plays the infield. Today he's in left. That pitch is swung on right back where it came from. It'll go up the middle, stopped by the second baseman, Shabelski, and it will be an infield hit for Mr. Cooper Knight. So the runner on second, and Andrew Young, he advanced towards third. So now runners on the corners, nobody down for Bazemore. Sean Bazemore, the designated hitter this evening, as he will swing on that one, chop it up the middle. Shortstop makes a nice play, throwing towards first for the out. So Maverick McDonald makes a nice play, but not before the A's score their first run of the season. So Andrew Young, after his leadoff double, advanced to third on the infield single by Cooper Knight, and now he scores on the ground out from Sean Bazemore. So now moving up towards second is Cooper Knight, as that one's going to be off the inside part of the bat, looping towards right field. The catch is made in right by Deshaun Harvey, and that will retire Cole Baumgart. So now 2 down, Knight still at second. McNeil stands in. He'll take ball one low from Kell. So Jaden Kell on the mound. He's had a rough inning already. He's given up a couple of hits and a run scored. That one's in there. Strike one. So 1-1 now our count. We're in the bottom of the first inning. 1-0 our score. 2 down. Pitch to McNeil is outside. That'll be ball 2. So Knight will get his lead at second. Here's the pitch from Kell. That one's in there, strike 2. It was a nice pitch there from Kell, just on the outside half of the plate. Now he's got a chance to get out of it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the bottom of 1. That pitch towards McNeil is just outside. We'll fill up the count. Pitch from Kell. That one's grounded foul towards the right side. So Kell trying to get out of this one. Full count still here in the bottom of the first inning. A's up 1-0. 2 down for Parker McNeil with Knight leading off of second. Kell kicks and fires. That one's in there. Strike 3 looking. And I think Parker McNeil knew it. He tounced his bat away instantly as that pitch was thrown, and he will strike out looking. Regardless, the Athletics get one across here in the bottom of the first inning. We'll go to the second. Athletics up 1-0. First pitch from Barry is high. It'll be ball 1. Here to start the top of the second inning. 1-0 our score in favor of the Athletics. That one's low and outside. So now 2-0. Will Horseman will see the 2-0 pitch. He's in left today. He sees one high and inside there near his head. And backs out. As he readies to face Barry in a 3-0 count. Barry had a couple of lengthy at-bats to start his outing in the first, but was able to not surrender any runs in the top of one. As he'll pitch that one, it'll be a pop-up, straight up. It'll be back towards the stands and hit somewhere on the bleachers. So 3-0 swinging for Horseman. As he readies to see the 3-1. Now he's definitely going to be swinging, as that one is just outside, it looks like. And they're going to say he did not go on the appeal to first. So it'll be another leadoff walk to start the second inning. Just how Barry started the first. And it's Horseman on first base. So now the right fielder, Deshaun Harvey, will stand in. Harvey now is a runner and Horseman at first, and he will take ball 1 inside. One oh the count. Here's the pitch from Barry. That one is also just inside for ball 2. That one in there and throw down towards second is not in time. So a stolen base quickly here for Will Horseman. He'll now stand in scoring position. And it's Harvey in a 2-1 count. So Harvey with a lot of opportunity here. Nobody down. Top of 2. Knights down 1-0 to the A's. He's got his left fielder at second base. That one swung on, chopped up towards the middle, off the glove of Barry towards the second baseman, Bradshaw, and he will make the throw over to first in time. Nice job by Bradshaw there in the middle infield to be ready for that one to go off of Barry's glove. And he picked up his man on the mound. So that's the first out of the inning. And now it'll be Maverick McDonald, the shortstop. He'll stand in to face Barry for the first time. Runner on second is Horseman. Barry comes set and fires to the plate. That one swung on. It'll be popped up towards shallow right center field. Coming in and making the catch is Young in center for the second out. So a nice quick out there for Amari Barry. And now he's got 2 down with a runner in scoring position. So now we will see the pitcher, Jaden Kell.
Now batting the pitcher, number 10, Jaden Kell.
Kell stands in from the right-hand side of the plate. And he'll face Barry for the first time. That one's in there, strike 1. Runner on second in Horseman. Barry trying to shut down the Knights. 1-0 pitch to Kell. That one's just outside. Ball 1. Count even. 1-1. So 1-1 the count. Pitch from Barry. That one's in there. Strike 2. One and 2. Chance for Barry to get out of this. He had a runner in scoring position in the top of the first. He's got one here in the top of the second. Trying to get out of troubled waters. 1-2 pitch. That one swung on and missed. It's a strikeout for Barry. And he will shut down the Knights after they had a little bit of trouble on the bases there. But nothing doing for Kansas City. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Your Athletics up 1-0. So it'll be strike 1 from Kell to start the bottom of the first inning. Or excuse me, the bottom of the second inning. He's up against the catcher, Braden Olson. He'll look at ball 1 outside. Had some fun trivia here. Kids get to win hats. I'm trying to win some hats too, as that one's going to be appealed down towards first. They'll say he didn't go. 2-1 the count. One thing you can always bet on is a good time here at Eberly Field. That pitch is in there for strike two. 2-2 now the count. Beautiful night for baseball. And the A's are up. What more could you ask for? Pitch from Kell. That one swung on and grounded towards the first base side. Foul. Staying alive is Olson. Braden Olson, the catcher, currently playing for Iowa Western Community College. You guessed it, it's in Iowa. That pitch from Kell is low and outside. 3-2 count now full. Nice job by Olson. He's behind the plate today. He had a nice sort of assist there in the first inning from his center fielder, Andrew Young. He threw in a frozen rope to gun down what would have been the leading run in the top of the first inning, and Olson put a nice tag on him as that one's skied pop up towards second base. It'll ink its way out towards center field, and under it is Richards. He makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So Grant Locken will stand in from the right side of the plate to face Kell. His first pitch is high and outside. So 1-0 now. Pitch from Kell. That one's going to get away from the catcher, Hudson. He'll get a new ball. We'll move the count to 2-0. Now 2-1. Pitch from Kell. Boy, I thought that was going to get a piece of him. Looked like a little bit of an off-speed pitch. Curve just inside of the left leg of Lockett. That one's fouled off behind. So 3-2 count now full against Locken. Locken, the 7-hole hitter for the Athletics this afternoon, as he will swing and smash one right back up towards the pitching mound and into center field for a nice base hit. Couldn't piece it up better than that. And now it'll be a runner on first for Clarinda here in the bottom of the second inning with one down. So now we'll see Evan Bradshaw. Righty-righty matchup against Kell. Runner on first is Locken, as that one's going to squirt away from the catcher, Hudson. He's able to gather it before Locken had any good ideas of running towards second base. Don't want to be too aggressive. Just one down here in the bottom of second. 1-0 pitch from Kell. That one swung on and fouled back. A's lead it 1-0 our score. Opening day of A's baseball here in Clarinda. Nice afternoon. Wind slightly blowing in from right field towards third base. That one's low and outside. 2-1. So now 2-1 against Bradshaw. He'll take that one high. Throw back towards first behind the runner. Hudson is not in time. So 2-2 count evened up. Locken is at first and ball high towards Bradshaw. Bradshaw, the 8-hole hitter of Skyline Community College out in California. He'll see the 3-2 pitch from Kell, swung on and fouled straight back to stay alive. Locken was running on that pitch, although there's just one out here in the bottom of the second inning. Trying to get a little bit of a hit and run, move that runner around towards third at least, if you can get a base hit out of the batter, Bradshaw. 3-2 pitch from Kell. That one's way inside. It got a piece of Bradshaw. And now the A's will have runners on first and second. So now you have the 9-hole hitter and third baseman Andy Gill.
Now batting for the A's, your third baseman, number 15, Andy Gill.
So Gill with a lot of opportunity here to extend this A's lead. Clarinda took the lead in the bottom of the first inning. It was a leadoff double from Andrew Young. Then he came around to score on a ground out later in the inning. That one's low for ball one. Locken stands at second as that pitch is high and outside. At first is Bradshaw. And at the plate is Gill. So we'll have a meeting on the mound here for the KC Knights. They're going to try to discuss the approach here. 2-0 now the count. You're behind on the 9-hole hitter with runners on. You definitely want to be aggressive here in this situation, especially with Andrew Young on deck.
For all your A's apparel, get your swag from the concession stand.
Young has already doubled and scored in this one. He's on deck. So I would imagine that the meeting there on the mound was, hey, don't work around this guy. Don't work around the 9-hole hitter. Let's attack him. We'll see if Andy Gill can attack him back. So 2-0 runners on first and second in Locken and Bradshaw. Pitch from Kell. That one swung on. It's going to go right back up the middle for a base hit. Rounding third and coming home is Locken, and Bradshaw will stop at second. It's an RBI single for the 9-hole hitter, Andy Gill. How about that? The pitcher tried to attack, and Andy Gill got him right back. So now it'll be the leadoff hitter, Andrew Young.
Now batting the center fielder, number 2, Andrew Young.
Young had a great piece of hitting out towards the left field. It got behind the left fielder Horseman for a double back in the first. That kicked off the scoring for the A's as now they're up 2-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Runner at second is Bradshaw. Runner at first is Gill. So same situation Gill was in. We'll see if Young can't do something similar. He'll bunt it down the third baseline. That one's going to roll just foul. And touched by the pitcher, Kell. So 1-1 now the count. Kind of see the idea. Trying to move those runners into scoring position for your 2-hole hitter, Cooper Knight. I wouldn't be surprised to see Andrew Young swing away here, though. Especially whenever you've got the matchup against the righty on the mound in Kell. That pitch is swung on and fly deep towards center field. Jogging and running it down now is the center fielder, Richards. He'll fire in towards third, and tagging up safely is Bradshaw. So at least a productive out for Andrew Young as he flew out to the deepest part of the yard. And now it'll be runners on the corners and 2 down. A big spot here for Cooper Knight.
Now batting for the A's, your left fielder, number 12, Cooper Knight.
Big opportunity here for Cooper. First pitch he sees is fouled backwards. A nice bunt attempt there. Couldn't quite get it down in front of the plate. And he'll start off behind 0-1. So another nice inning for Clarinda. They've been able to get base runners on. They've drove in a couple. One in the bottom of the first and another here in the second. Let's see if they can't make it twice as nice here in the bottom of 2. Pitch to Knight. That one swung on and fouled straight back towards the netting. 0-2 quickly against Cooper. Cooper Knight, a returning Clarinda A. going to try to drive in some runs here. So that one's low and outside. So it's Bradshaw at third. At first, it's Gill. Gill had the RBI single right back up the middle earlier in this inning to make it 2-0. Our score now in the bottom of 2 in favor of Clarinda. Pitch from Kell is just outside, and not paying attention was the catcher Joshua Hudson, and moving up to second will be Gill. Nice heads-up play there by Andy Gill. He kind of recognized that the catcher Joshua Hudson was paying more attention to third than he was first, and a nice advancement by Gill. So now a couple runners in scoring position. Pitch towards Knight. That one swung on in line towards the second baseman. And a nice play by Shabelski will end the second inning. Not after the A's scratch across another run. It's 2-0 in favor of the Clarinda A's. It's opening day here at the ballpark. Stay tuned for third inning action here in just a moment. Back here in Clarinda, Barry still on the mound, getting ready for his third inning of work. Here in the top of 3, A's lead it 2-0. Clarinda has 4 hits on the board already through 2. So Barry will get ready and deal. That will be ball 1 just outside. 9-hole hitter in now. This is Phoenix Zimmerman, the third baseman, as that one's outside as well. So Barry will give his glove a little bit of a punch and get ready to reconvene at the mound. 2-0 the count now against Zimmerman. Both third basemen for the A's and the Knights are batting in the 9-hole this evening. As Barry kicks and fires the 2-0, that one's high, now 3-0. Barry has walked the first batter he's seen in the first and the second inning so far today. And he is in danger here behind 3-0 of Zimmerman of doing that again. That pitch is in there, though, so there's the automatic from Barry, 3-1. This is the A's opening day. Beautiful Saturday evening. 3-1 pitch from Barry. That one's lined towards the shortstop, Baumgart. He will throw it towards first. Nicole Baumgart will record the first out of the third inning. So Baumgart helps out his pitcher a little bit there. Some weak ground ball towards short for the first out. So now we're back to the top of the order. It's Jack Richards to stand in against Mr. Amari Berry. Amari let him walk in the first inning. As that pitch is grounded towards Baumgart again, he will fire over towards first, and a nice dig at first by Parker McNeil, helping out his teammate across the diamond for the second out. It's a nice play by Baumgart. Just a little bit off target on the running throw, but luckily he's got Parker McNeil over there to pick him up. And quickly 2 down here in the top of the third. So now the second baseman, Michael Shabelski, he'll get his chance here with 2 down in the top of 3. That first pitch is low and inside, ball 1. So a nice inning so far for Barry. He needs a little bit of a quick inning of work. He's had a couple of, I wouldn't say long innings, but borderline long innings, I guess. I'm not really sure what medium innings, I guess we could say, as that one's high and inside. Trying to look for a quick one here. Defense playing straight up against Shabelski. Here's the pitch from Barry. That one's on the outside half, and a nice swing and a miss from Shabelski. He really wanted that one on the outside. Thought he could get his barrel to it, but that one's just a little bit too far out there, kind of, as my father would say, casting his hands on that one. Was not able to come up with any contact. 2-1 pitch. That one's inside and hit him square in the back. So he will make his way towards first, and so Shabelski will take his free pass, give way to his catcher, Joshua Hudson. So Hudson now has a runner on first in Shabelski. He will get his lead. And watch the pitch from Barry to Hudson as that one's high. So Barry had a nice first couple of outs there. Just 5 pitches thrown for 2 outs, and now he hit Shabelski, who's now at first, and now he's down 1-0 to Hudson. That one is swung on and popped up, though, towards the second baseman, Bradshaw. He will be under it and make the grab for the third out in the top of 3. We'll go to the bottom of the third inning. 2-0 our score in favor of Clarinda. Back here in Clarinda, the A's leading the Knights here in the bottom of the third inning, 2-0 our score. So now it'll be Sean Bansmore, the designated hitter, in the 3-hole spot to lead off for the Athletics. He'll see the first pitch from Kell. That one's popped up towards shallow center field. Under it is the second baseman, Shabelski, and he will make the grab there just behind second base. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Quick first out for Jaden Kell on the mound. That's exactly what the KC Knights need here to begin the third inning. They're down by 2. Beautiful night here, Municipal Stadium in Clarinda, as that first pitch is in there for a strike against 4-hole hitter Cole Bumgard. Bumgard had a couple of nice plays in the top of the third as he looks to bat and make another nice play at the plate. So 1-1 now after that pitch outside from Kell. Kell's a very rapid-fire pitcher. He just gets set, kicks, and fires. He's not messing around. As that one's outside, 2-1. Bumgart. He'll go down to a knee and swing and miss. Man, he was trying to launch that one into the softball field and left. Put about all the power he had into that swing and just quite couldn't come up with contact. And now it's 2-2. That pitch is high. Fill up the count. Bumgart playing short today for Clarinda, one of the returning players for the A's, as that one will go right off the top of his helmet. He will wear it like a champ and jog towards first. I have not seen that one very often, but really, if you think about it, that's one of the best places to get hit, right in the helmet. It's where you're the most padded.
Your first baseman, number 13, Parker McNeil.
So if anybody's wondering about the health and safety of Bumgart, I think he's just fine. As I'm told by Mr. Luke Cox, that is not the first time he's been hit in the head. As that one will be swung on and fouled off by McNeil, the first baseman. So Bumgart will get his lead off of first. 0-1 our count with one down here in the third. A's lead it 2-0. Pitch from Kell. That one swung on a nice piece of hitting there from Parker McNeil. That one will flare in right field for a nice base hit. Kind of clubbed that one towards right field. Got just enough of it to hit it into the fringe of the grass, but with the way the defense was lined up, there was a massive gap there in the right side of the infield. So now the clouds will move in and cover the sun a little bit. We'll bring in the catcher, Braden Olson. More traffic on the bases for the A's. They've been excellent at having base runners so far in this one. Swing and a miss by Olson to start his at-bat against Kell. 0-1 now. The count quickly on him. Pitch from Kell. That one's outside, even up the count. 1-1. A's were able to scratch across a run in the first and in the second. If they keep that up here in the third, they are going to be on pace to score a lot of runs this season. Runner on second is Bumgart, and that one's going to be chopped towards the left side. It'll be through the infield for a base hit. And the stop sign goes up at third, as it looked like Bumgart could have scored. Now he's going to go late. He's going to dive into the plate, and he'll be safe. Bumgart likes to live on the edge a little bit, and he got in there and scored. So first and second, it was a base hit towards the left field. The left fielder, Horseman, kind of misplayed it. The stop sign went up at third for Bumgart, and he stopped. And then once he saw that the left fielder, Horseman, had misplayed it, he started to run. But he started to run towards home after the left fielder already had the ball, but no throw in towards the plate, as the defense was just trying to reconvene, as that pitch will be outside. To the right fielder, Locken. So he will come up with runners on first and second. Runner on second is McNeil. Runner at first is Braden Olson. 1-1 pitch from Kell. That one swung on and missed. Nice pitch there from Kell. It's been touched up just a little bit here. 3-0 now our score in favor of Clarinda. The 1-2 pitch. That one swung on. It'll be flied towards right field. Under it, tracking it, and making the grab is Deshaun Harvey. So that will be the second out of the inning. It'll bring up Evan Bradshaw, the second baseman.
Now batting for the A's, your second baseman, number 24, Evan Bradshaw.
So Bradshaw now has another opportunity to knock in some runs. He's got McNeil on second. that one will be fouled straight back behind the booth here. Wilson at first. At second, it's Parker McNeil. 0-1 the count. That pitch is way outside. It's going to get away from the catcher, Hudson, advancing both runners into scoring position. So a base hit here could possibly score two, especially with two down. You know there's going to be some aggressive base running there, especially at second base. So now 1-1. The count is evened up against Evan Bradshaw. 3-0 our score in favor of the A's here. Two down in the bottom of three. That pitch is on the outside part of the plate, strike two. 1-2 now the count. That was a nice pitch there from Kell. As he's trying to get out of this inning. He's let up a run in all three so far today. A lot of pause time. Now he'll pitch. 1-2, swung on and missed. That was a huge swing on the high heat from Kell, and that will end the third inning. So another run scratched across by the Athletics. They lead it 3-0 as we go to the top of the fourth inning. Fourth inning of baseball here in Clarinda. Still on the mound is Amari Berry, the starter for the A's. He will prepare himself behind the mound to face Austin Green, the first baseman. 3-0 our score in favor of Clarinda here on opening night. First pitch of the fourth inning from Berry is going to be high, ball one. Berry has put the first batter on in just about every inning so far. He'll try to avoid that here against Green. 1-0 pitch from Berry. That one's on the outside half as a strike. That one close, just touched part of the plate there. And now our count's even, 1-1. Berry kicks and deals, swing and a miss. A nice golf swing there from Austin Green. He couldn't come up with anything on that. It's not exactly the swing he wanted out of that pitch, I'm sure. And now he's down 1-2. Pitch from Berry is inside. It'll get a piece of him, and he will allow the first batter he faces on base once again. Whenever you seem like you're ahead and you're in the driver's seat, all of a sudden, things can go south pretty quick. So now it looks like we'll have number 30. That'll be Will Horseman. Horseman in left field today. He's misplayed a couple of balls already, as that one skied deep towards left field. Foul. That one went out to the road, I believe. An Ozzie Smith drive. So 0-1 now the count against Horseman. He's got a runner at first in his first baseman, Austin Green. Pitch from Barry, that one's outside. 1-1, count even. Gorgeous day outside, now cooling down towards 75 here in Clarinda. A's leading 3-0. Nobody out here in the top of the fourth. That one's high. Now 2-1 our count. Green at first. He was hit by a pitch and put on with a free pass. 2-1 pitch from Barry. That one's low and outside. 3-1 now. We'll see if Barry can't get a swing and some soft contact here to short or second or maybe even third to try to get a double play and clear the bases. 3-1 pitch from Barry. That one's just outside for ball 4. First baseman on base at first, Austin Green. He was not so sure about that one himself. He kind of stutter stepped and stood there and then went ahead and advanced towards second. He wasn't so sure that wasn't a strike. So now standing in from the left side is the left fielder, Deshaun Harvey. Left-handed batter facing the right-handed pitcher, Amari Berry. Runners on first and second, nobody down here in the top of the fourth, as that one swung on and fouled off towards the left side. A ton of foul territory and left here to work with, but Cooper Knight does not have enough speed to go clear out towards the park. So it'll be 0-1. Knight will have to hustle back to his position out there in left as Barry readies to pitch. Runners on first and second, nobody down. That one's just outside. 1-1 our count. A's up 3-0 in the top of the fourth inning here against the KC Knights. A's trying to start off their 71st season strong with a win. But they've got some traffic on the bases here. Pitch from Barry. That one's inside. Ball 2. 2-1 the count. So runners on first and second. What's interesting, though, is Kansas City does not have an HIT yet, as that one is high and outside. 3-1 now the count. I don't know if jinxing that would be something in the fourth inning or not. I'm just not going to risk it. Green at second. At first is Horseman. That one swung on. It'll be popped up towards shallow left field. Under it and colliding with the left fielder Knight is Baumgart. And I'm not sure if they made the catch. I believe that they did. I'm not sure who caught it. One of them did. I thought maybe it was Baumgart that came up with it. Looks like they're both all right. I don't believe that I heard up here from the booth. Obviously, I'm a distance away. I don't think I heard anybody calling it. If they did, they didn't yell loud enough. A little bit of a collision there in left. You don't see that terribly often. As now it looks like we will have a new pitcher entering the game for the A's. So as he gets out and starts to warm up, we'll take a short break here on the Clarinda, Iowa A's baseball YouTube channel. Back in just a moment. Back here in Clarinda, new pitcher on the mound is Mr. Cooper Everly out of Fort Scott, Kansas, the freshman. As he will stand in relief of Amari Berry. He got through 3 1/3 for the A's. So it'll be runners on first and second for Everly. And he will face Maverick McDonald, the shortstop. So Everly will throw his first pitch of the game. Will be outside for ball 1. Runners at first and second for Kansas City. First out of the inning was recorded on a collision out in left. And that one will be popped up here behind the plate. Looks like it will be the third baseman, Andy Gill, calling off Braden Olson. Finally, we got a little bit of a call there. I was just mentioning the collision out in left field for the first out of the inning. We almost had a second one there behind the plate. But a nice job by Gill at third to call off his catcher Olson. Once again, you know, you get into these summer leagues, you kind of have guys that haven't really played together a lot. Obviously, you have your returning players. You also have a lot of new players. Haven't really played with each other. Kind of got to feel them out, especially here in the first game of the season, as that one's fouled away by the pitcher, Jaden Kell. So 0-1 the count, 2 down here in the top of 4. Knights are trying to score their first run. They've had a runner in scoring position very often throughout this one, but have yet to drive them in. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's low and inside for ball 1. A little bit of an appeal towards third. Nothing doing. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Eberly. That one's outside, 2-1. Runner at second is Green. Runner at first is Horseman. The pitch from Eberly is swung on and tapped foul. So now 2-2 the count. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. The A's are leading the Knights 3-0. Everly waits, kicks and fires. That one's low and inside for ball 3. So now count full. This is Everly's first batter he has faced in relief for Amari Berry. Amari had a nice first few innings. Racked up a little bit of the high pitch count, though. Now in relief is Eberly. Pitch is going to be fouled off towards the right side to Kell. Kell trying to stay alive here. Give his team a chance to score their first run of the game. The A's have scored 1 run in the first, second, and third inning. We're in the top of the 4th here. They're up 3-0. Pitch from Eberly. That one's outside. Walk 'em full. So now it'll be the 9-hole hitter, Phoenix Zimmerman, to face Kell.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 57, Phoenix Zimmerman.
So Zimmerman's going to try and put his team ahead. Obviously, that would take a grand slam in this situation if he wants the Knights to go up 4-3. But I'm certain he's just looking for a base hit here to try to get on the board. Top of 4, 3-0 our score in favor of the Athletics. First pitch he sees from Eberly is in there for strike 1. So a nice job from Eberly, getting ahead early. Kicks, fires. Eberly's pitch is in there. That one was nasty. 0-2 now quickly against Zimmerman. Looked like a 12-6. So 0-2 now, the count, Eberly ahead. You can nibble here if you want to, as he'll go with the heater right in there and just barely fouling that one off of Zimmerman. Way to attack by Eberly on the mound, but Zimmerman's able to fight back. Keep this count right where it is at 0-2. Trying to fight back. And get his team on the board. 0-2 pitch from Eberly. That one swung on and missed at a pitch in the dirt. And since first is occupied, that will end the top of the fourth inning. So Eberly comes in relief for Amari Berry. He does a great job retiring a couple of batters to end the fourth inning. Our score 3-0 in favor of the A's as we go. Bottom of the fourth inning. Back at Eberly Field for opening night of Clarinda A's baseball. Here in the bottom of the fourth inning, your Athletics are up 3-0 against the Kansas City Knights, as that first pitch is in the dirt to the third baseman, Andy Gill. Pitch from Kell, that one's high and outside for ball two. 2-0 now the count against Gill. Gill's already, I guess you could say, sort of driven in a run, as that one will be fouled off towards the right side. And the throw from the first base coach is wide of the pitcher. It's okay, we'll get it cleaned up. It's all right, he's not warmed up out there. 2-1 pitch, that one's inside. 3-1 now. Ahead and in the driver's seat is a 9-hole hitter, Andy Gill. So big opportunity once again for the Athletics with the 9-hole hitter now on base. So another pitch low and inside from Kell. And he will issue the free pass to the 9-hole hitter.
Now batting, your center fielder, number 2, Andrew Young.
So now it'll be the center fielder, Andrew Young, to stand in and face Kell for the third time today. He's got a runner on first in Gill. He sees his first pitch in there for strike one. Kell has been really successful whenever he's attacking batters at the plate. He has let up 6 hits, but I think that it's key for him to get at-bats that result in a quick ending, as that one's going to be grounded towards the right side. Nice play by the second baseman. He'll throw it towards first, and Schabelsky makes an amazing play ranging out towards his left side. He's got better hand-eye coordination than I do. I don't think I could have scooped that up on a full sprint, kind of like he was there towards his left side. He made a nice running throw to his first baseman, Green, for the first out of the inning. So now it looks like we're going to get a new pitcher on the mound, as signaling to the bullpen will be the Knights. Whenever we come back, it'll be Andy Gill on second base, and the hitter up will be Cooper Knight, with the runner in scoring position and one down. A's up 3-0. We'll be back here in Clarinda in just a moment. Back here in Clarinda as we ready for the pitching change. It's Johnson Martell on the mound now. Number 38, the lefty, they'll bring in to face the left-handed batter, Cooper Knight. So, runner on second. As that one is a big bender in there for strike one. That one started up at Knight's shoulder and dropped into the zone. That was an excellent off-speed pitch. So now quickly 0-1 on Knight. Jaden Kell is responsible for the runner on second in Gill. That one's low and in the dirt. It'll get away from the catcher Hudson, but Gill will stay on second. Good choice there. Just one down here in the bottom of four. A's up 3-0. Knight trying to drive in another run. The A's have scored one run for every inning that they've played. They're trying to continue that tradition here in the fourth. That pitch is going to be in there. Another excellent off-speed pitch. I've seen quite a bit of baseball, and that is a very, very impressive bender there from Johnson Martell. That pitch will be swung on and fouled off towards the left side. That one bounced off the plate and went foul down the left field line. Lots of fans grouped up down there. They're ready to rock and roll. I see some kids with some gloves. They want the free concession food. Get free of any item if you bring a foul ball to the concession stand. It's a great way to get your foul balls back. 1-2 pitch from Martell, as that one's going to be just low. Nice pitch there from Martell regardless. And 2-2, count will be even. Runner at second in Gill. Just one down here in the bottom of the fourth. 2-2 pitch from Martell. Is that off speed again, and he got him. I don't blame Cooper for standing in there and not swinging at that. I don't think you can recognize that out of the hand at all. That was a beautiful pitch for strike three.
Your designated hitter, number 23, Sean Passmore.
I don't know how well that Bender is showing up on the camera in the live feed, but whatever you can see at home, imagine that times 10 here, as that'll be a strike on the outside half to the three-hole hitter at the plate in Bazmore. He's got a runner in scoring position in Gill at second and two down here in the bottom of four. That pitch is just outside from Martell. That was his off speed again. That one just missed. Here's the 1-1 to Bazmore. That one's inside. It'll get away from the catcher Hudson, and now advancing to third. And checking to see if he'll go home is Gill. He will stay at third. So now the runner moves up further into scoring position, now at third for Bazmore, the hitter. Clarinda A's opening night. Lights just now turning on as the sun begins to go down. Just an hour 30 has gone by in this one, and we're in the bottom of four. 2-1 pitch from Martell. That one's outside. It's going to get away from the catcher Hudson, and coming home is Gill, and he will score easily. So the wild pitch will plate Gill, and the A's are going to score one once again. So now it is 4-0 in favor of Clarinda. They've scored one run in each of the 4 innings so far. And now a 3-1 count for Bazmore. Here's the pitch from Martell. That one's high, but it'll be on the outside corner for a strike. That one just kissed the outside of the zone. So now count full at 3-2. I'm going to guess he's going to go with that off speed again. Pitch from Martell. He went fastball, and it did not come anywhere close to the plate. It was low and inside down at the feet of Bazmore, and he will walk. So now it'll be Baumgart.
Your shortstop, number 11, Cole Baumgart.
Baumgart's made some nice defensive plays. He collided and left with Cooper Knight, but we'll keep talking about that to a minimum for him. He's got Bazmore leading off of first with 2 down. Bazmore's going to run, and he'll be safe. So it's a stolen base for Sean Bazmore. Even though it was a fastball thrown by the pitcher, Martell was not quick enough to get Bazmore. So now runner in scoring position, 2 down. That pitch is going to be in there for strike one. 1-1 now the count. So Baumgart trying to drive in another run here and extend this Clarinda lead. They're already up 4-0 in the bottom of 4. And now he's going to try to take third, but he's going to have to run right back. So that one's fouled straight backward by Baumgart. So Baumgart will see the 1-2 pitch. That one's outside. It will get away from catcher Joshua Hudson momentarily, but he will find it. Fire back towards his pitcher Martell. Runner on second is Bazmore. He drew the walk with 2 down. He then stole second. Now with the batter, Baumgart. As that pitch is swung on and missed, the high inside heat jammed Cole Baumgart. He was not able to come up with a hit. If he would have, it would have been right off the handle and a big-time stinger. So we will go to the top of the 5th inning. 4-0 our score in favor of the A's. It's opening night, and the Kansas City Knights are up to bat. Back in Clarinda as we start the 5th inning of action here at Aberley Field at Municipal Stadium. As that one's fouled off, the first pitch he sees from Eberly. So Cooper Eberly still on the mound. He's in for his 2nd inning. He came in the 4th with 1 down for Amari Berry. As that one will be outside for a ball. 1-1 now the count. And that one's going to be swung on and smacked towards left field. Ranging back towards the wall and making the catch is Cooper Knight. He takes away what would have been a huge hit for the center fielder, Jack Richards. That was an excellent play, ranging back towards his right side as he was closing in on the wall. Cooper Knight saves what would have been a double, maybe even a triple if that one would have gotten down and off the wall for Jack Richards. So instead, it's just a loud out number 1 here in the 5th inning. That pitch is going to be high for ball 1 from Eberly. He's facing off against the 2-hole hitter for the Knights, Michael Shabelski. That pitch is just outside from Eberly. (2-0) now the count. Once again, the Athletics are up 4-0 against the KC Knights. As that one's in there for strike 1. 2-1 now the count there on the outside part of the plate. Beautiful pitch there from Eberly. 2-1 the count. That one's in there as well. Looked like same pitch, similar location for strike number 2. Shabelski trying to get on base here and drive in the first run for the Knights. As that one's going to be slapped back towards the middle. It'll be Baumgart making the play at short. He'll fire towards first for the out. An excellent stretch at first by Parker McNeil. And that's the 2nd time there Parker McNeil has, stretched out or made a nice dig for his shortstop, Cole Baumgart. It's a tough throw by Baumgart. He was able to get it close enough for his first baseman to make a play and get the 2nd out of the inning. So 2 down here now in the top of 5 as that first pitch from Eberly to the catcher, Joshua Hudson, is outside. One zero follows suit. And now we'll do 2-0. Nobody on, 2 down here in the top of the 5th inning. A's are up by 4 as that one skied towards center field. Under it and making the catch is the center fielder, Andrew Young. So a quick 1, 2, 3 inning for Cooper Eberly on the mound as we'll go to the bottom of 5. A's up 4-0. Back here in just a moment. So McNeil will lead off the bottom of the 5th inning for the Athletics. As a new catcher behind the plate is Ray Zamarapia for the Knights. That first pitch is going to be high from Johnson Martell. If you're wondering, we do have a few substitutions. It'll be Jaden Kell, the former pitcher on the mound. He's now batting 8th and playing shortstop. Or excuse me, he's now batting 7th and playing shortstop. And now batting 8th, and the pitcher is Martell as that one skied towards left field under it. And making the catch is Will Horseman. So McNeil retired on just a couple of pitches. And now that'll bring up Braden Olson. Once again, this is opening night, opening live stream here on the Clarinda A's YouTube channel. My name is Seth Morey, taking you through this one. And every home game this season is that one swung on and missed by the catcher Olson. One down here in the bottom of the 5th inning, 4-0 our score in favor of the Athletics. Pitch from Martell, that one's just low. 4-1, 1-1 the count. Couldn't be a more perfect night for baseball as now it's getting into lower 70s. A nice breeze blowing in from right field. Pitch from Martell, that one swung on and slapped towards left field, and a diving play is made. An excellent job by Will Horseman in left field. That's about as hard as you can hit a ball into the gap by the catcher Braden Olson. And he was just absolutely robbed of a double by Will Horseman in left. Horseman's misplayed a couple of pitches so far. And that one, he was absolutely excellent on. So now they'll bring in Graham Locke into the plate, standing from the right side as that pitch will miss from Martell. I'll tell you what, Martell faced Cooper Knight to start his outing. And that off-speed pitch that he was throwing there to the outside of the plate of Lock-in, but it was to the inside of the plate towards Knight, was lethal. And now it seems like he can't find it. So 1-0 the count here against Lock-in, as that one will be smacked towards right center field. Running and making the catch is the center fielder, Jack Richards. So some nice outfield play from the Knights as they're going to look to storm back here as we go to the top of the 6th inning. Athletics up 4-0. We'll be back in just a moment in Clarinda. We're back at Everly Field here for more Clarinda Athletics baseball. So we are just starting out the summer. It's May 30th, and there's a lot more baseball to go, a couple more months worth. So we're just starting out on opening night here. So it'll be Austin Green, the first baseman, to lead off the top of the 6th inning for the Knights, as he will see his first pitch from Eberly. That one's in there for a strike. Eberly's been excellent on the mound since he's entered in for Amari Berry, who started the game. The A's scored 1 run in innings 1 through 4 to take their 4-0 lead. They finally were scoreless in the bottom of the 5th to break that 1-1 streak we have on the scoreboard. As the 1-1 pitch from Eberly is swung on and missed by Green. 1-2 now the count. Here in the 6th inning, just starting off, nobody out. The Knights do have 0 hits. 1-2 pitch, that one swung on and smacked towards right field. Under it and stepping in is Grant Lock-in, and he will make the catch. So one down here now in the top of the 6th.
The left fielder, number 30, Will Horseman.
So now it'll be Horseman, who's got a little bit of grass stain on his left knee from that excellent play he made in left to rob Braden Olson of what was sure to be a double in the gap, as that one's just outside for ball 1. Eberly trying to get another quick out here and work through these innings as well as he can. Of course, just starting off the season for the A's, so they have plenty of firepower in the bullpen if they need to use it, as that one's in there for strike 1. Clarinda in their 71st season. 1-1 pitch from Eberly. That one's just outside. 2-1. Eberly's got one down here in the top of the 6th inning. That one's just outside. Gets away from the catcher, Olson. Now 3-1. Eberly trying to work himself back to full here. That pitch swung on, fouled straight back once again. And now 3-2 count full. Eberly's done a nice job working this count back Now to where it's full at least. He's got the opportunity to get the strikeout. Pitch from Eberly. That one's just low and in the dirt for ball 4, and he will issue a free pass.
Now batting for Kansas City, the right fielder, number 56, Deshaun Harvey.
So the free pass issued. So now the runner on first in Horseman. So now Harvey gets to stand in from the left side of the plate, facing the right-handed pitcher, Cooper Eberly, as that one's going to be just low for ball 1. That one looked pretty close. Nonetheless, ball 1. 0 strikes, 1 down here in the top of the 6th. A's up 4-0. Pitch from Eberly. That one's hit off the end of the bat and fouled down left field line and off the top of the batting cages. So a great chance for a double play here, if you can get it. 1-1 pitch from Eberly. Running is Horseman, and he will be safe at second. A nice steal from Horseman. Throw from Olsen was just a little bit off, but I don't think a perfect throw gets him. He had a nice jump there from first. So now runner in scoring position. That puts away your chances for a double play. And 2-1 the count. Harvey trying to come up with the first RBI of the game for the Knights. That pitch from Eberly is high for ball 3. Now 3-1. Eberly thrown some nice pitches so far tonight, but now he's worked himself into just a little bit of a corner here with a runner in scoring position. And now he's down 3-1 in the count to Harvey. Runner leads off second. Pitch to Harvey is going to be high. And now runners on first and second. With just 1 down, you do open up that double play opportunity again. So now it'll be the pitcher, Johnson Martell. He is substituted in. He came in to pitch for Kell, who went towards short and took McDonald's spot in the lineup. And now Martell takes Kell's spot. He will see ball 1 low and inside. So 1-0. Eberly and his defense out there would love a double play here. That pitch is going to be high, though. Not much of a chance to get a double play out of something like that. And now 2-0 the count. Runners on first and second. At first, it's Harvey. And at second, it's Horseman. Pitch from Eberly. That one's in there for strike 1. Way to get on the board. On the mound there. 2-1 the count. Defense still playing straight up, though. Looking for a ball on the ground in this situation. 2-1 pitch from Eberly. That one's going to be a little ground ball dribbler in front of the plate. It'll have a lot of backspin on it and go foul for strike 2. So 2-2, count now evened up. Harvey will prance back towards first, along with his teammate in left, Will Horseman. So count evened up, 2 apiece. 1 down. We're in the top of the 6th inning. A's up 4-0. But runner in scoring position and threatening for the Knights. Eberly comes set. He'll fire towards Martell. That one's outside. And back-to-back full counts for Eberly. And now his catcher, Olsen, will jog out there and talk with him for just a moment. See if they can't get on the same page here. Big pitch coming up, 3-2 against Martell, the pitcher. On deck is Jaden Kell. He's now in the 9 hole. in the 8-hole. And playing shortstop. He was the starting pitcher, but now Martell has taken over. 3-2, pitch from Everly. Runners are going, and that one's foul. And that one will hit off the top of the batting cages again, the second time this inning. So the lefties are trying to poke it out the opposite way. Both of them foul, though. Counts full. We'll see if the runners will try and go again. Pitch from Eberly. That one swung on and fouled off towards the same area in left. This time it'll land close to the concession stand, and we'll do 3-2 again. This is an excellent at bat from Johnson Martell. Trying to will his Knights back into this game. They're down 4-0. Just one down here in the top of the 6th inning. Our third try at the full count pitch. That one's in there. Strike 3. Ring him up looking. Johnson Martell doesn't like it, but that was every bit of a strike. An excellent pitch there from Cooper Eberly to get the second out of the inning. And now he's one closer to getting out of this jam. So now Jaden Kell will stand in from the right-handed side of the plate. He's got runners on in Harvey and Horseman. He sees the first pitch from Eberly. He gives a little half swing. Home plate umpire will say that he went around, and he did. 0-1. So here's the 0-1 pitch from Eberly. That one swung on. It's a soft liner towards Bumgard. He'll go the short way towards second for the third out of the inning. Once again, traffic on the bases for the Knights. They're unable to come up with any runs. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Clarinda up 4-0. We'll be back here in just a moment with more A's baseball. Sixth inning on tap here in Clarinda as we ready for some more baseball here at Eberly Field. So now we have some more defensive substitutions. So now it'll be the 8-hole hitter and second baseman Evan Bradshaw to stand in. He will watch ball 1. That's a strike in there. Now 1-1 the count. pitcher on the mound is number 18, Gavin Locke. Righty will fire away. That one will be fouled off of the catcher's mask. Luckily, he's wearing the mask, so no injuries here. Now 1-2 the count against Bradshaw. And now time will be awarded to the batter, Bradshaw. He'll fix his helmet, gather himself in, step back in. The A's are up 4-0 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Nobody out, just starting the bottom of the 6th as that one's inside. 2-2 count now evened up. Pitch from Locke is going to be fought off on the inside half. Locke is in relief for Johnson Martell. Martell came in relief for the starting pitcher, Jaden Kell. 2-2 pitch. That one is low and in the dirt. So now 3-2 count filled up. Bradshaw out of Skyline Community College out in California. He's a freshman, and he will take a swing and a miss. That was a nice pitch on the outside half of the plate from Gavin Locke, and he will record his first out by way of the K. So now we'll bring in the 9-hole hitter, Andy Gill.
Number 15, Andy Gill.
Gill's had a nice night. He's been able to reach base, drive in some runs for the A's. He's a big part of the reason why they are up 4-0 right now. Here's the pitch from Locke. That one's low and inside for ball 1. One and 0. Locke trying to put away the second batter of the inning as that one swung on and missed. A big swing there from Andy Gill. He was trying to put one towards that 365 sign in right center, and he came up empty. 1-1 count evened up. Pitch from Locke. That one's just outside for ball 2. Nice take there from Andy Gill, third baseman. He stands in. A lot of separation between both feet whenever he goes to hit. Then he shortens that up whenever he gets his load in, as that one's low and inside, ball 3. So 3-1, big time pitch coming up here from the new pitcher, Gavin Locke. So Zamaripa will go out and chat with him. Now he'll reconvene back at the plate, and we will ready for the 3-1 pitch. Locke deals. That one's low and inside, and another nice take from Andy Gill. I don't think he was going to swing at that pitch regardless, even though it was 3-1. Wanted the free pass there, and he got it. So now give way to the leadoff batter, Andrew Young.
Number 2, Andrew Young.
Andrew Young started off the A's season right with a nice double towards left field. He also kicked off the scoring coming home after a ground out back in the first, as that bunt is going to go foul towards the left side in the dugout. Nice grab by one of the Athletics players there. Fires it back in towards the pitcher, and now 0-1 is the count. Runner on first is Gill. Athletics up 4-0 here in the bottom of the 6th, one down. 0-1 pitch from Locke. That one's off the end of the bat and foul. That one will land near the concession stand, and all the kids will follow. 0-2 now. Gotta try to fight at anything close here if you're young. Now, pitcher Locke will check on Andy Gill at first. Nothing doing. So now he will come set to fire the 0-2 pitch to Andrew Young. That one swung on in line towards the second baseman. He tries to pick it up and go towards second, and he's unsuccessful. That will be an error, and then a throwing error by the right fielder, Harvey. But that will get away and not do too much damage. It was Shabelski there, the second baseman. He was trying to turn two and kind of lost his focus on the ball as he was approaching it. Couldn't quite square his hips the other way. There's a lot that goes into trying to make a double play whenever you're running towards your left as a second baseman. It was just a little bit too much for Shabelski. So now it'll be runners on the corners for the A's and Cooper Knight up at the plate. Knight struck out looking his last time up against Martell as that one swung on and smacked towards right field under it, and making the grab is Harvey. Now tagging up from third is the third baseman, Andy Gill, and he will dive in towards the plate kind of aggressively and score. So sac fly RBI for Cooper Knight. Now it's 5-zip in favor of the Athletics here in the bottom of the sixth. So now 2 down. Runner at first gets his lead. And Andrew Young, and he's going to take off, and that throw beat him by a mile, and he is out. An excellent throw by Ray Zamaripa. So that will end the sixth inning, but not before the A's are able to score another run. So now 5-0 in favor of the Athletics. We'll go to the top of the seventh back here in just a moment in Clarinda. It's a cool night at Eberly Field as we ready for the seventh inning of action here, the opening game of the Clarinda A's season. A beautiful Saturday night. A's are up 5-0 on the Kansas City Knights. The Knights, yes, if you guessed, still have 0 HITS. I feel like if I say the word out loud, then it would jinx it. I don't know what my thought process is. I think if I spell it, though, we're okay. So now John Lent is on the mound for the Athletics. He will take over for Cooper Eberly, who had a nice couple of innings of work. That pitch is low and outside. One of the count. Trying to retire his first batter is John Lent. 9-hole hitter third baseman, Phoenix Zimmerman. He'll take a strike. Now 1-1 the count. Phoenix trying to open up the scoring for his Knights. They're down 5-0 here in the top of 7. That pitch is low and outside. Still good placement there from John Lent. That one was just a little bit low and outside, but it was a nice pitch to try and get a chase on. 2-1 pitch. That one's just high, and it'll get part of the zone there at the top. 4 strike 2, so a little bit of a gift there for Lent. As he now evens up the count at 2 apiece. Lent to Zimmerman. 2-2 pitch is outside. Now count is full. A lot of full counts worked by the Knights. They've done a great job getting on base and working full counts and having nice long at-bats, but it's been tough to get that run across as they have yet to do so. 5-0 in favor of the Athletics as that one's in there. Strike 3 looking. Right there at the bottom of the zone, absolute paint from John Lent. That was an excellent pitch. So now 1 down here after a lengthy at-bat by Zimmerman. That'll bring up the center fielder, Jack Richards. Last time he flew out to deep left field, he was robbed of a big hit there by the left fielder Knight, as that one's popped softly straight up, and the catcher, Braden Olson, will come up with that one. So a very quick, shallow pop-up towards the catcher. Nice heads-up play by Braden Olson. It's very, very tough to kick that mask off your face and track it through the air. That's exactly what he did, especially whenever it's such a short pop-up. So a nice play made, and now 2 down here in the top of 7. So now that will bring in the 2-hole hitter for the Knights, Shabelski. He will see his first pitches from Lent as that one's outside for ball 1. Catcher Olson jumps up, walks in front of the plate, tosses it back to his pitcher. Tries to get him re-centered there. 1-0 the count. Pitch from Lent. That one swung on and fouled off towards the right side. And out of play. So 1-1, count now evened up. Lent's had a nice inning thus far. We'll see if he can keep it rolling. He's got 2 down here in the top of the 7 and a 5-run cushion. 1-1 pitch. That one's low and outside. It'll get away from the catcher Olson. That'll move the count to 2-1. On deck is Ray Zamaripa. That one's a little bit different to say, but get a little bit better each time you say it. As that pitch from Lent is just outside. Nice take. So now 3-1. John Lent's going to try to work his way back in this count against Shabelski. That pitch is high and inside. Almost got him in the head. Luckily, quick reaction speed from Shabelski gets him out of the way. And he will advance to first on a free pass. Still 2 down here in the top of the 7th inning. So now Ray Zamarpia.
Now batting number 23, Ray Zamaripa.
So Zamaripa will stand in to face Lent. This is his first bat of the game. Runner at first is Shabelski. Lent readies. Kicks, fires. That one's high. Ball one to Ray Ray. Zamaripa bats from the right-handed side of the plate. Righty on righty matchup. 1-0 pitch. That one's in there for strike one. Nice pitch there on the outer half. 1-1. Count now evened. Runner at first is Shabelski. A's are up 5-0 here in the top of the seventh inning. Here's the pitch. That one swung on and fouled off towards the right side. A hard hit ball, but lands foul. So now 1-2 behind is Zamaripa. And now Ray Ray will call for time. He'll step out. And ready to see the 1-2 pitch. Pitch from Lent is going to be outside for ball two. So 2-2 now the count. Runner on first, Shabelski. 2 down here in the top of the seventh. We will ready to see the 2-2 pitch from Lent. 2-2 to the plate. That one swung on and fouled off. Nice job by Zamaripa to stay alive. So 2 down. All twos on the board. 5-0 our score in favor of Clarinda. Two-two pitch. That one's in there. Strike three looking on the outside half of the plate. Zamaripa is looking for an explanation from the home plate umpire. He got one, and he's going to have to walk back towards the dugout. So now we'll go to the bottom of the seventh inning in favor of the A's. 5-0 back here in Clarinda in just a moment. Back here in Clarinda as we start the bottom of the seventh inning. That one's in there for strike one from Gavin Locke. This is his second inning of work for the KC Knights. As quickly behind 0-1. And now moves to 1-1 all evened up now. That one's just outside. Thought the home plate umpire might have rung him up there, but he didn't. So now 2-1. That pitch is swung on and lined towards left center field. That one's down and just shallow into the gap, so it will just be a base hit for Sean Bazemore.
Now that is your shortstop, number 11, Cole Baumgart.
So nice job by Bazemore. So he just looped one there into left center field for a base hit. That is the 7th hit for the Athletics. In case if you were wondering, if you subtract 7 to the amount of hits that the A's have, you would have the amount of hits that the Knights have. Just a quick update. So now following up Bazemore is shortstop Cole Baumgart. Baumgart's made some nice plays defensively for the Athletics. He also scored a little bit of a wild play, almost got caught between third and home, as that pitch is going to be in there for, looked like outside for a ball 1, and now trying to advance to third on the misplay at second is Bazemore, and he is successful. So Bazemore stands up at third after really stealing a couple of bases. He broke towards second. The throw from Zamarpia behind the plate was wild and into center field. So now a runner on third and nobody down here in the bottom of the 7th. 1-1 pitch is just low and outside to Baumgart. Baumgart looking to drive in a run here. Add on to the insurance. The Athletics are already up 5-0 though. 2-1 pitch. That one swung on and missed. 2-2, count even. Baumgart trying to make something happen and extend this A's lead. That pitch is swung on and fouled off towards the right side. So staying alive, keeping the count right where it is Baumgart, 2-2. Runner on third is Bazemore. Here's the pitch from Locke. That one swung on and grounded towards the right side. Foul. And now we'll do the 2-2 once again. Nice job by Baumgart staying alive. He's got Bazemore at third. Locke trying to put him away. Here's the pitch. That one's high and inside for ball 3. Count now filled up. Athletics trying to collect their 8th hit. Here's the pitch from Locke. That one swung on, grounded right back up the middle. Play by shortstop Kell. He'll fire towards first. And the out is made, but not before the runner from third in. Bazemore scores to extend the Athletic lead 6-0.
Now batting for the A's, your first baseman, number 13, Parker McNeil.
So now the first baseman, McNeil, will stand in. Nobody on and 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. That one's in there for strike 1 from Locke. So Locke gave up a base hit to start the inning to Bazemore. He then tried to steal second, and then the throw from Zamarpia behind the plate was wild. He then went up to third and then scored on the ground out from Baumgart. 6-0 our score here in the bottom of 7th. Athletics lead it. That pitch is low and outside. 1-1 now the count against Parker McNeil. Actually, it'll be a pinch hitter, John Petrie. So Petrie now in a 1-2 count. He will not swing there. Nice job. Good control of the bat. So now 1-2. Here's the pitch from Locke. That one's just outside. 2-2 count evens. One down here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The A's have scored 1 run in every single inning but the 5th. So a lot of ones over on the scoreboard here in Clarinda. That one's going to be chopped towards the shortstop, Kell. He will fire towards first. It's going to be in the dirt and get past the first baseman, Green. Now rounding first and going towards second. He's going to slide and be safe at second base. So good heads-up baseball by the pinch hitter, Petrie. So now the catcher, Braden Olson, will stand in. He was robbed of what could have been a double in left by Will Horseman last time he was up. So nice diving play by Horseman in left. We'll see if he can't do it, but get this one to fall and played another run. That one's going to be inside. Almost got a piece of him. He got out of the way in time, and Olson will live to see another pitch. So 1-0 the count against Olson. Quickly behind his Locke, and he's got a runner on second with one down here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch from Locke. That one's in there for strike one. 1-1 now the count. Nice pitch on the outside half. So it's Petrie at second. At the dish, it's Olson. He's in a 1-1 count, trying to plate another run. Pitch from Locke. That one's high. 2-1 the count. The A's have yet to have an inning where they've scored more than one, but at least they've scored one 6 times in this one. One of the things you can be extremely happy with in baseball is consistency, and that's exactly what the Athletics have done tonight, as that one's low and outside. 3-1. Now behind, big time, is the pitcher, Gavin Locke. The Knights are down 6-0 here in the bottom of the 7th at the home opener here in Clarinda. Here's the pitch from Locke. That one's in there on the outer half of the plate for strike 2. 3-2, counts now full, and Olson will put his leg guard back on. Count is full. Petrie at second. Here's the pitch from Locke. That one swung on and a high chopper towards third base. The throw from Zimmerman is in time, and the runner from second and Petrie will advance towards third. So at least a productive out for the catcher, Olson. And now that will bring in the right fielder, Grant Lockett. Looks like he will be pinch hit for. It'll be Oscar Uhas. He will stand in and see ball 1 from the pitcher Locke. Uhas out of Riverside Community College, clear out in California. He's out here in Clarinda trying to get some extra baseball in this summer, as that one's in there for strike 1. 1-1 count now even up. This is a big opportunity for Uhas. He's a freshman, trying to drive in his first run as an A. Pitch from Locke. That one's low. Nice job by Zamarpia behind the plate to block it. And Petrie will stay at third, we think. Petrie keeps kind of acting like he's going to run home. I doubt he's ready for anything like that. Likes to play a lot of mind games on the base paths. 2-1 pitch from Locke is just outside, now 3-1. So 3-1, big opportunity here for Oscar Uhas. That pitch is in there, and it looks like they're going to call that one a walk. That looked like a strike there at the low part of the zone. Home plate umpire does not like it as much as I did, sitting way back here, which is understandable. It'll be a free pass for Uhas towards first. So now it'll be Evan Bradshaw, the second baseman. He's batting 8th tonight. He's got runners on the corners with 2 down. Pitch from Locke. That one's high and outside. Well, at least say in my defense there on that last pitch towards Uhas that walked him, there was a subtle ooh that came from the crowd. It was a very, very close pitch. But nonetheless, runners on the corners with 2 down. 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed. High heat went around from Bradshaw. He's in a 1-1 count with 2 down here in the bottom of 7. 6-0 our score in favor of the Athletics. As that pitch will be low and in the dirt. 2-1 now the count. So 2-1, runners on the corners. Pitch from Locke to Bradshaw. That one's in there for strike 2. So even it up. Bradshaw trying to drive in a run here. He's got Petrie at third. That pitch is swung on and missed on the outside part of the plate. It looked like Gavin Locke finally had enough. He threw some heat on the outside half. And Evan Bradshaw couldn't quite catch up to it. So now we will go to the top of the 8th inning. Our score 6-0 in favor of the A's. Back here at Epperly Field with more in just a moment. A's are in the driver's seat here on opening day in the top of the 8th inning. It's 6-0 in favor of Clarinda as that one smacked right back up the middle against John Lent on the mound. The first baseman, Austin Green, slaps one right back up the middle, and there's your hit. So the first hit of the game comes off of the bat of Austin Green. For the Knights. So now runner at first is Austin Green. That pitch is inside, swung on and missed. So 0-1 now the count. Will Horseman, the left fielder, trying to get on and start a little bit of a rally as his Knights are down by 6. That one swung on and missed. A nice pitch there from John Lent. So Lent quickly ahead here. 0-2 on 2 big swings and misses from the batter, Horseman. Pitch from Lent. That one's low and outside in the dirt. Nicely located by Braden Olson. And he will chuck it back towards the mound. Austin Green will stay in his spot at first. So now 1-2 the count. There's the pitch. That one swung on and missed. Another inside high heater. Catches Will Horseman swinging. Big time swing there from Horseman. He comes up empty for the first out of the 8th inning. So now Deshaun Harvey, the right fielder, will stand in from the left-handed side of the batter's box. Excuse me. Runner on first in green. And Lent is going to be trying to get a double play here and out of this 8th inning. That one's on the inside how for the plate. Strike one. One and 0 the count against Harvey. That pitch from Lent is big time high and outside. So now 1-1 count evened up. 1-1. Lent waits on his sign from his catcher, Olson. A lot of signaling there from Olson. As we will wait and now get the 1-1 pitch. That one's high and outside again. Olson's going to stand up and throw that one back towards Lent. See if they can get on the same page here. 2-1 the count with the first baseman, Austin Green, on first. That pitch is swung on and missed. Didn't really mess around with that one. Heater right down the middle. A big swing and a miss. So now 2-2 count evened up. Some of the records around the Mink League. The Joplin Jailbirds are 1-0 so far this year. The Mustangs 1-1. Carroll Merchants, that pitch inside for 3-2. Merchants are 3-1 so far this season. They just lost their first game recently. Chillicothe and Clarinda, obviously 0-0 so far this year. They have yet to finish their games as that one swung on and missed. High inside heat from John Lent for the second out of the inning. So if the A's win here today, they will climb up the rankings in the Mink League. Obviously just their first game, but always nice to come by a win whenever you can. The North Missouri Natties are 0-1 so far this year, and the Nevada Griffins, sitting at the bottom, 0-3. So 2 down here. Lent fires that one in. It swung on and missed. Big swing and a miss there from the batter, McDonald. So Maverick McDonald will watch that one on the outside half of the plate. 1-1 now the count. Runner on first in green. A's are up 6-0. That pitch is swung on and missed. I'd love to know what that pitch is reading on the radar gun. That high heat has been hard to catch up to for the Knights. So now 1-2 here against McDonald. That one's just on the outside part of the plate. Lent thought he got him, but he will step right back up to the mound and fire again. That one's in there for strike 3 looking. So letting up their first hit. Nice leadoff hit there from Austin Green. Doesn't result in any trouble for the A's. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 6-0 our score in favor of the A's. back here in Clarinda as we get ready for the bottom of the 8th inning of action. Phoenix Zimmerman will now move from third base to the pitcher position for the Knights as they look to try and storm back here. A's are up 6-0 here in the bottom of the 8th. Some scores around the Bink League, current scores. The Mustangs are playing the Van Johnson Raiders. They are currently tied up 4-4 in the top of the 7th inning. Mustangs trying to pick up another win there. They're currently 1-1 on the season. And right now the Joplin Jailbirds are beating the North Missouri Natties by a score of 10-0 in the top of the 8th inning. So that one's all but over. And of course here in Clarinda, the A's are up 6-0. So now leading off the 8th inning is the third baseman, Andy Gill, to face the former third baseman, Phoenix Zimmerman, and he will see strike one. So 0-1 the count. So we've got a lot of fun trivia going on here at the ballpark. Emotions can get intertwined, but it's all in the name of free hats. 0-1 now the count against Andy Gill. That pitch is low and inside to Gill. Zimmerman on the mound. In replacing him at third, I believe is Austin Green. Don't check me on that. And it looks like the right fielder, Deshaun Harvey, has moved in towards first base. So changing up the defense quite a bit here for the Kansas City Knights. It's tough to keep track of, but we do our best here. As the cool air blows in from right field, and the lights are on at Eberly Field. That one is swung on and fouled off towards the left side. 1-2 now the count. One of the best promotions, I think, in the entire Mink League is here in Clarinda. If you get a foul ball, you can turn it in for any item at the concession stand that you wish, which is unbelievable. You can get super nachos for just a baseball turned in. It's a really, really great promotion as that one's low and inside. 2-2, count evened up. Andy Gill out of Capital College in Ohio. He's a sophomore there. He made the trip down here to Clarinda, Iowa for some summer league baseball. That one's just outside. Nice take by Gill. 3-2 now the count. One of the more special things, Clarinda might not be the biggest place ever, but you'll see players from just about everywhere come out and play for the A's for the summer. 3-2 pitch is swung on and grounded right back up the middle to the pitcher, Zimmerman. He makes a nice play, and he'll toss it to first for the first out of the bottom of the 8th inning. That was an excellent play by the pitcher, Zimmerman. Helps whenever he can also play third base and field those ground balls. So now bring in the leadoff hitter, Andrew Young, as he will stand in against Zimmerman. This is his first time facing Zimmerman. He bats from the left side of the plate, so a favorable matchup for him as he will see strike one on the top right corner of the zone. A's trying to open up their season with a W here against the Kansas City Knights. Currently pitching a shutout, 6-0. That one's on the inside half, in there for strike two. 2-0 now the count. So 0-2 now. Zimmerman steadies himself on the mound. He kicks and fires towards Young. That one's low and inside. 1-2. Tomorrow, the A's will play away in Carroll for their second game of the season. as that one's going to be off the end of the bat. A slow roller towards the second baseman, Shavelski, and he will fire towards first for the second out of the inning. And then it was supposed to be playing Topeka here at home on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, but that schedule has changed as now Topeka is not able to make the trip to Clarinda, and the A's are looking for a team to play. So if you've got a few buddies, you want to come out here and play the A's, I don't know if you will be accepted, but you sure as heck could try. Then on Thursday, they'll be away against Kirksville, as that one is swung on and missed by the two-hole hitter Cooper Knight. And then back at home against Carroll on Friday night, the 5th of June. Another big match to mark on your calendar is June 7th. That will be here in Clarinda against the St. Joe Mustangs. That one's low and inside towards Knight. 1-1 now the count. The Mustangs were the victors of the Mink League last year. They beat the A's in 2 games in the championship series. A's looking to get back into that series this year. So that one's going to be high. 2-1 now. We're in the bottom of the 8th, 2 down. Our score in favor of the Athletics, 6-0. Every single run that the Athletics have scored has been just 1 run in separate innings. Athletics have scored 1 in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Then they skipped the 5th, and then the 6th and the 7th, they also scored 1 run, which, if you're doing your math right, which at least I think I am, that equates to 6. So 2-1 now the count against Knight. Here's the pitch from Zimmerman. That one's in there on the high inside corner for strike 2. Athletics have done a good job getting runners on base and then knocking those runners in and making the most of their opportunities tonight. They're going to have to do that for the remainder of the season if they want to go and try to hoist the trophy. That one's going to be low and in the dirt. It'll bounce away from the catcher. And I believe that will be ball 4, or it got a piece of the foot, I'm not sure. Either way, it is a free pass for Cooper Knight towards first. So now it'll be Sean Basmore to bat from the right-handed side of the plate. He'll face Zimmerman for the first time. And now getting his lead off of first is Knight. That one's just outside for Basmore. Basmore, the designated hitter tonight. He's done a nice job this evening for Clarinda. Obviously, the 3-hole hitter, designated hitter, going to be a big part of your batting lineup. He's delivered just that. That one's just outside. 2-0 now. So Zimmerman trying to get out of this 8th inning, go to the 9th, and give his bats a chance to light a spark. But he's struggling getting this final out here. 2 down, bottom of 8. Runner at first, and Knight takes off. That one's fouled off towards the right side. And now the sprinting of fans will commence. Two balls, 1 strike against Basmore, the designated hitter. The throw back over towards first, checking on Knight. He slides in safely. It's a nice check throw by Zimmerman. Clarinda A's youth camp also on Tuesday. Although Clarinda looks like they will not be able to play Topeka, as that throw will be in there behind Cooper Knight, and he will try to break towards second, but he was caught in a rundown anyways, and he will be out at second. So we will go to the 9th inning. I'll tell you more about the youth camp then, as the A's try to close in on their first win of the season here on opening night in Clarinda. Back in just a moment. A's trying to finish off their first win of the season here in 2026, the 71st season in Clarinda A's history, as that one is high for ball one from John Lent. Lent trying to close this one out. He's had a couple of nice innings already in relief, as that one is in there for strike one. Count now even, 1-1 against the batter, Locke. So 1-1 now the count. Here's the pitch from Lent. That one swung on. It'll be chopped back towards the mound, and it's going to fall foul. And now 1-2.
Parker Whistle, please return to the concession stand. Parker Whistle, thank you.
So now 1-2. Again, the Clarinda A's youth camp. That is on June 2nd, Tuesday, from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Got any young ball players that would love some tips from the A's players. Very valuable information. These guys have played all over the country, as that one is swung on and fouled straight back. 1-2 now the count. I mean, you've got players from Texas to Ohio to California. A lot of different experiences, a lot of different knowledge. Baseball knowledge, that is, on this team, as that one's high and inside. 2-2 now the count. If you're just now joining us, A's are leading here in the top of the ninth inning. Nobody out. 6-0 our score. Lent is on the mound, and he will fire towards the plate. That one's fouled off straight backward. So now we'll do the 2-2 again. Gavin Locke will gather himself. He was pitching in relief for Johnson Merrill. Or excuse me, Johnson Martell. And now he has been relieved for Phoenix Zimmerman, at least in the last inning. It was Phoenix's inning. And he will watch ball three outside. So 3-2, count now filled up. Lent trying to put him away, and that one a little half swing right back towards the mound. Lent fires towards first, and that will be the first out of the ninth inning. Nice heads-up play there. I know that Locke did not want to swing at that one. A little half, almost check swing, just dribbled it right back to the mound for the first out.
For the Knights, number 57, Phoenix Zimmerman.
So now it'll be Zimmerman. Zimmerman started at third base. Now he's made his way to the mound and was just pitching there in the bottom of the eighth. He stands in with one down here in the top of the ninth, and his team down 6-0. That one's just outside. The A's have had a great night so far. They've scored 6, 1 run in the innings 1 through 4, and then the 6th and the 7th inning. No home runs tonight for either team, but some excellent base running and just clutch base hits by the A's have them in the driver's seat. So now 2-0 against the batter, Phoenix Zimmerman. Zimmerman working, trying to get on base and start a little bit of a rally for the KC Knights. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one's in there. Strike one. 2-1 now the count. Two and one, and time will be called by the batter, Zimmerman. Every so often, you'll see Lent on the mound. He'll just wait a long, long, long time to get ready to pitch. And sometimes he waits a little bit shorter, like he is here. 2-1 pitch. That one's outside. 3-1. Might be just trying to get the batter off of his timing. It's the last thing you want as a pitcher is for the batter to time you up, because that results in some big hits. Just one hit so far this evening for the Knights. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That one swung on and missed. High heat. Didn't play around there. 3-2 count full. Boy, you'd like to see Lent just throw the heater again. Up by 6 with 1 down here in the top of the 9th. Once again, this is our first stream of the evening. Not going to jinx anything, but it hasn't gone bad as that one swung on and missed. A big swing from Zimmerman. And now Lent puts him away. So now 2 down in the top of the 9th. The A's are trying to collect their first win of the season on opening night. And it's all up to the leadoff hitter, Jack Richards. He'll stand in to face Lent. Pitch from Lent. That one swung on and skied towards right field. Under it is Locken. He will make the grab. Barry, Eberly, and Lent combine. And they do not allow a run, so it is an opening night shutout for the Clarinda A's as they go 1-0 so far to start the season on the right foot. An impressive night pitching-wise for the A's, and really nice job batting. They scored 1 run in innings 1 through 4, and then 6 and 7 to make it 6-0, our final score. The Knights were out hit 7-1 this evening. The Knights also had 2 defensive errors that resulted in the loss. So the A's improve to 1-0 and jump up in the Meek League standings as they look to chase the trophy that they came so close to last season. So it's a nice win here on opening night. The A's will be back and playing once again. That will be tomorrow as the A's will travel to Carroll and play their second game of the year. So the A's will get some good rest tonight, then they'll hop on the bus tomorrow morning and try and go 2-0. From Eberly Field at Municipal Stadium, my name is Seth Morey. I thank you for joining me for tonight's stream of Clarinda A Baseball. We'll see you back at home once again next week.